Hello, hello, Libras. Good morning. Welcome. I'm doing your reading for this week, guys. I'm doing it right on the mark. This is good because, it's very rare that you can get it right on the energies of what is happening. So, this is for the 13th through the 19th. The other thing, too, is there's a full moon this week. So, that's on the 18th. I'm doing the full moon reading on the 17th. So if you haven't subscribed and want to watch that, you enjoy this and you want to watch that, it's at 9 a.m. I left the link down below. You can subscribe, and you'll know when I'm on live. You have to hit the notification bell and all, I guess. But if not, you want to like and share, I appreciate that as well. But this new moon energy or full moon energy is going to come in. Let's see, night. So it's going to come in on the 18th. So about the 15th, couple of days, you'll start feeling different energies happening. Full moons seem to be a little bit more powerful, I think, from an astrology aspect. Just depends on what the planets are doing around it. A lot of people look at the full moon, but it also look at what the planets are doing around it, what's conjunct, what's sextile, what's trining, that kind of a stuff. So let's get started. So I'm going to be doing your current energy, your future energy, and the Divine's card as usual. People are saying your brand new Divine card. What the heck is that? Um, you come to tarot for a reason. You come to tarot for you're looking for something or an answer or a question or why is things going wrong. You're going through a struggle or a challenge or something of that nature. So you're coming to tarot for a reason. Divine is the second dimension. He is the creator. He is the be all end all, the I am, whatever you want to call divine, God, Allah. This is his message to you. And it will resonate with somebody, but not with everybody. And if it does with everybody, then we all need to get on the same page, I guess, right? All right. So let's get going here. Yes, definitely. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see what he's doing already. So I'm going to mix the astrology and numerology together. So with the Divine's card, you will find that the future card a lot of the time correlates because energy. Divine is energy. There's a lot of universal energy with the planets bouncing off those energies, kind of a thing. So it's all about energy, and it ends up being somewhat very interesting in the same. Okay, so 9, 13. So we're looking at, so he's saying, wish upon a star to you. Okay. And when we wish upon a star, we're looking to the second dimension for something that we want, desire, hope, dream for, wish for, that kind of a thing. But where is that? Actually, if you look at this, he's saying, look at the chakra. The chakra is at the heart. Okay. So is looking, if you don't know the chakras, the heart is the heart chakra. And this is something that you dream and you passionately, deep inside your spirit and soul, desire this. Okay. So a lot of the times that is something that you may be keeping from somebody. That is something that maybe you are not acknowledging, or it is time to acknowledge it because it is the number 3 in numerology. This card is. So we need to acknowledge, what is it that you really, maybe somebody doesn't even know. It's like somebody will ask you, what do you want? What are you looking for in a relationship? And somebody will say, well, and then you'll name off a whole bunch of stuff, which is like, a dog or an animal could be loyal and compassionate and all that kind of stuff. But what is it your spirit and soul is really, really looking for? Whether it be in your work, your family, your job, or anything like that. So you have to look at, if you're in a relationship, that other person's perspective may not know that. It might be a complete mystery to them. Okay. It might be a complete mystery to you. This is the number 5 in numerology, or excuse me, number 7. This is about improving and growing and enhancing and finding out what is it and which path do you want to go. Okay. So our paths are never going to be straight, or they're always going to be twists and turns. But if you look at life in general, if you were living worldly and secularly, which is the first dimension, where things that you can see and touch, you care about what other people think, you care about, everything that really doesn't matter. And then you have the spiritual world, where you're the second dimension or the second realm where divine lays, and that is where your heart and your soul are um, derived from, and where they are guided from. And so that is the thing, is what is it? What is the mystery? I don't know who this is for, and some it's not even going to make any sense, but what is it that you're really deep down wanting? Okay, because what's happening, your future card, is you're holding back because of fear. So we do two things out of life. We either walk in love or we walk in fear, and we make our choices in love or in fear. If fear is directing your life, then we need to step back and ask why. Okay, a lot of relationships break up. Being a life coach and a spiritual coach, a lot of people break up or misunderstand each other because of fear. Fear to ask, fear to understand, fear to let go. That's a huge, huge one. So 8, this again is the number 3. Can't make this up. So divine is saying let go, wish deep, and not even wish, ask for, because ask and you shall receive in a lot of things. Because if we don't receive it, then it's not in our best interest, and it's our best realm. But somebody is definitely living their life out of fear. And this could bring insecurity, it can bring low self-esteem, it can bring anxiety, depression. It can bring all that. That fear is very typical. Every single human being on this earth has fear. However, how much you control the fear or the fear controls you. Okay, so this in your future is, you have to look at fear, because remember, with this full moon coming in again, the video is going to be live coming up on the 17th at 9. Subscribe and you can see that. A lot of energies, we'll talk about those energies. But the thing is, there's trying to create a harmony and a balance. So to get rid of some of that fear and face some of those giants, and I do have videos on facing your giants, it's really, really huge, because that helps you heal. Okay, if you don't face the giants, you can't heal. Which deck do I want to use? I do have a new deck, guys, and I'm going to use this probably to clarify. I love this deck. I could start out with it, but I don't think it will. So this is the Disney Villains. It's a lot of fun. You'll find that if you watch my tarot, you're only going to find fun, enlightening decks. You're not going to. I love the art of some of the other ones, but I will not allow low vibrational cards in. I just won't. And in fact, I've had to get rid of some. Boy, you guys are flying all over the place. All right, let's go. Pick the cards that you want to pick, please. But I just don't want to. I've had, when I started doing that, I brought in a couple of decks, and we had some weird things starting to happen around my house that I was very uncomfortable with. Had to get rid of them, had to clean the house, had to pray over the house, had to do all kinds of stuff. And, anyway. So, yeah. And I'm just waking up, so bear with me. I have to, here's my day, guys. This is why I lost some weeks in there for, while I'm shuffling. I lost some weeks of doing tarot because, one, in September I started a new day job. Oh my gosh, that took me every energy I had, because I had to not only learn how the store worked, but I also had to learn the management stuff of it. And being a manager before, thank God I have been, because I probably would have gone nuts. But with that, still doing the leather work kept me really, really busy. And now with Christmas, I'm just overloaded. So it had me step back there for a while and have to focus in on, and I'm not getting any time for self. So I have to make some time for self somewhere. And I take a couple hours. I take about 8 to 10 o'clock at night and watch TV and relax. Welcome, welcome. All right. That's an interesting handle. All right, so let's get started. So we have the Knight of Swords first out. So something, but he's facing away. So there is a message that maybe you've been told that you're trying to ignore. And maybe somebody said something to you really didn't like, and this is a time to really evaluate that, because this might have something to do with your fear. Okay, your future card. Okay, so let's look at that a little bit more. But you have temperance. So the thing is, when we wish upon a star, or things that we want and desire, oh, thank you. Just got to download. This is so true, because this is an internal battle. Okay, when we wish on something, and I don't like the word wish, when we ask divine for something and we say, can I please have, he's already given you everything that he's planned, because he's already planned your life out. But it's you, because you have free will, that ends up changing and making everything happen. Because sometimes we are so earthbound and first dimension bound, that our head gets in the way, and then we mess everything up. Been there, done that. He had gave me the love of my life, and I was so young and stupid at the time that I did some stupid things, and I just said, no, thank you, not right now. And he went and married somebody else. Because if we don't go after what he has given us and is blessing with us, he will give it to somebody else. Pretty much, because he's like, okay, well, if you don't want it, I'll give it to somebody who really, really wants it. So pretty much. So you got to be really careful what you ask for and what you turn away. Okay. But the thing is that he's downloading is, some people do not have patience. So this is where the secular and earth world thinking is very different from spiritual thinking. So, and I used to be both. So I know this from experience. Okay. So the thing is, when we become impatient, that is world thinking. It's like, well, I want it now. I really need it now. It will really, really work for me now. Well, yeah, it would. But is it good for you now? Maybe really you're not ready for it. It's like, you really want this guy, or you really want this girl, and you really want to be in this relationship now. But then it's like, you might need to still have some healing. So the timing might be off. But the problem with human beings is they're impatient. And that's the next card out, temperance. And that's what Divine downloaded. He says, if you have patience and grow your patience, that is the spiritual second dimension realm, higher vibration, higher frequency. Become patient, and you will see why I didn't give it to you now, or why I am going to give it to you now, or and it won't last, or whatever it is. But patience is really key in whatever it is that you're doing. This is when you dream and want something so bad, if you cut corners, it's not going to last. But if you dream and want something so bad and pray and meditate on it and wait and be patient, it will last. And it will come to you when it is supposed to. A lot of the times I'm writing a book called At the Last Minute. And that means that, trust me, Divine has come to me at the last minute, because he wants to see how much you trust in the second dimension, how much you have faith in the second dimension, which is him. Okay. So we have judgment, death, separation. Okay. Separation is the fear. These are your next two cards. Separation is the fear. So when you look at the death card, or you look at anything like of death nature, and all it means is a separation. What are you separating? You're separating and you're releasing, get rid of, let go, let it go, the kind of a thing that you are letting it go. This is a reset time. 2020, 2021, and 2022 are going to be continuing to reset. This is a time for you to reset your mind, reset your spirit, reset your body. 2021, the Hierophant has been the card of the year. It has been a card of a spiritual awakening, learning that everything this earth is going to go away, because it's in chaotic. It's actually going down the tubes, and we need to actually bring ourselves spiritually up and bring that second dimension love to the surface, because love is being sucked down like a tornado, a backwards tornado. Rather than going up, it's going down into the toilet, into the sewage. So again, fear, this is the number 10 too, because this is something that is going to end, and going to end quick. Somebody, it's sort of like ripping off a band-aid. Are you going to rip it off slowly? Or are you going to rip it off fast? what are you going to do? What way is it going to rip off? Which way do you want it to rip off? But the thing is, somebody is somebody is so sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're ready to change. They're ready to do what they need to do, to be flexible enough to maybe learn patience, to finally get the things they deserve in life. I'll tell you from experience, guys, secular life, my life was going like this. And yeah, I would want things. I want instant gratification. I want instant gratification. I want that now. I want that now. What I don't care what it costs me. I want it now. And I did. Nothing lasts. My life went, and it was a mess. And the thing is, I'm going to tell you right now, it affects not only you, but it affects the people around you. Poor decisions, poor choices, poor impatience will ripple affect the people around you. You think if people go start complaining all the time, that's a ripple effect. You're complaining, you're sending that energy to another person. That person's telling somebody, that's another person. That is a ripple effect. Impatience can do that. Okay. And also, fear creates that. So if you think that it's not affecting somebody around you, you're fooling yourself. It is. All right. So let's get some clarification. I'm not going to use I'm going to show you some of the cards from the deck, though, but I'm not going to use this deck right now. I know I will, because I like it. All right. So we're going to use the Disney villains deck. All right. All right. So we're going to clarify real quick. So you do have something coming good for you now. If you look at the full moon that is coming up, a lot of harmony, a lot of joy. Again, you're releasing the fear. You're releasing the impatience. Say, you know what? I'm going to learn to be more patient. Thank you. So he's saying, tell them how to create a good habit. Creating patience is a daily step by step. It's sometimes for people that are extremely impatient, a minute by minute thing. So what you do is, as soon as you start getting impatient, say, no, I'm going to wait. And then as soon as you start getting impatient again, no, I'm going to wait. And you do that for 21 days. Now you're becoming more patient. Now, it takes 21 days to create a new habit, whether it's good or bad. It takes 21 days for it to begin to set in. Now, if you want it to sustain, you need to do it for 63 days, because once you get it set, you have to make it implant deeper. So that takes 63 days. All right. I'm getting into coaching here. I don't want to do that. All right. So let's get some clarification. You're going to see me clarifying a little bit differently. Let's see. That was this way. So that one's first. This one's second. Because Divine has asked me to do it this way. I do what Divine tells me, not what humans tell me to do. All right. So let's see here what he's got going. So we have the Seven of Swords. So and then we have the King of Swords and Patience. Wow. The World, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, True Love, and the Star. Somebody is going to get the message. This is going to resonate with somebody, and they are going to say, you know what? I do need to be a little bit more patient. I do need to be a little less stubborn and more flexible. Because when we are stubborn, we cannot change. When we are prideful, we cannot change into a spiritual way of living. And that is really, really important. Okay. Because somebody's very pessimistic here. Somebody is always thinking of the negative. Oh, this is not going to change. This is never going to change. That's fear talking. That's doubt talking. And that's you living in the past talking. This is time for reset again. So we have the Seven of Swords, betrayal, somebody who's lied, and this is again a clarification of this knight running away. Okay. So somebody was betrayed. Somebody, did something that was very disrespectful, or they lied, they cheated, whatever. They took money, didn't pay it back, whatever it is. I don't see a lot of pentacles. I do see 1, 2 pentacles here, but that is not the precedence of this. But there is some betrayal here in the very beginning. And I want to say maybe in love, because somebody's just wishing and dying for love. Because that's what we are. We're human beings. We want love. We want love. The King of Swords is definitely about authority. Authority is, remember patience, okay? You have control of your patience. Or does your patience have control of you? I'm going to say that's your current industry, your current energy, the mystery energy. Which path are you going? Because if your impatience is controlling you, that's fear. That's going to hold you back from the things you desire, because you might get them, but they're not going to last. So patience is really, really important. That is the key, okay? Because that is the truth. Truth and all that matters. Okay. Monetarily, if this is a job, you have the world right towards you. It's coming towards you. Whatever job you want, whatever thing you desire. If you're in a job that you absolutely hate, this sounds like Gemini's. Then you need to get away from it, because that's not bringing you joy. That's not bringing you. You're just living there because of fear, and you're not trusting the second dimension. Again, that faith and trust is gone, because you just need a mustard seed to have faith and trust that it's going to work out. When I got let go of my job from right when COVID was hitting, did fear set in? Probably for a second. It was like, okay, now what? But then I know divine. I'm like, okay, thank you for shutting that door. I know you got a better one. What's going on? And I had the best 2 years of my life, because he had a plan that I could not see. That's the thing, is people want to be worldly. If you cannot see it, you cannot believe it. But you've got to believe it before you see it. Okay? Trust me. Been there, done that. And you know what? I'm living a better life than I've ever lived. Okay, so we have the Hermit on the death card. Need to take time to analyze and separate. What is it that you need to separate? What is it that's holding you back? What is that fear? What is happening? Because the Knight of Cups is right there, and the Knight of Cups is facing true love. Okay, I could go into coaching. I'm hearing so many things right now. You guys got to step back, because I'm hearing too many things, because I don't have time. Okay. But they're saying true love wants to come through. Somebody's like, it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. You know what? My last relationship, he just left. She just left. Didn't even say anything. Just gone. Just gone. Just ghosted me. Just really ghosted me. It's not going to happen to me. This is, again, your fear, because you are holding on to what you need to be letting go. Again, full moon coming, harmony. But the other thing is, this year, reset. We need to reset. So we need to change our thinking here. If you keep in the negative, if you keep focusing in on the negative, you're going to stay in the negative, and you're going to miss. You're going to miss the beauty. You're going to miss the balance, the harmony, the love. And you just might miss out on what you have really ever wanted in your life. Okay. Whew. So what is the scenario of your, what is the summary of your reading? Definitely has to be patience. Somebody doesn't want it to end. Somebody is focusing in on their past. Somebody is somebody has just had a recent betrayal, and that is what you're fearful of. No, you need to let go of that, because that next person that comes into your life, that next job, that the family member, hey, you can say, you know what, I'm not dealing with that crap. Just not dealing with it. It's too toxic. Whatever, you did that. That's your journey. I don't want any part of it. That kind of a thing, and step back. Their family, you can choose to interact or not. Doesn't matter. If you don't allow your friends to treat you a certain way, you don't let family treat you a certain way. It's just love of self. Okay. But the thing is that somebody had something happen quickly. Now they're thinking negative, because there's the number 5 here quite a bit. You got the 9, and you've got 3s. We have to acknowledge. Number 3 is about acknowledging. Acknowledge that there is a fear, that somebody is running their life by fear. The fear is controlling them, and they're not controlling the fear. This is the time to figure that out. The Hermit is in the middle. Death is in the middle. Analyze, figure it out. What is it that you need to release, let go? If you need help, email me. Email me. It's free. Email me, and I will help you out with that. All right. All right. that is your reading. You've got something beautiful coming your way. Don't stand in the way. Don't keep the wall up. And watch me on the full moon reading, and maybe you'll get some better energies for that. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But also, too, I have a new channel coming up, guys. It's probably going to be in January. I don't know if it's going to be. I'm trying really hard for the January 2nd to upload some videos. The channel's there. You probably can't find it because there's no subscribers on it yet. But it's called Transformation by Divine, and it is going to be talking about how you yourself can actually have a spiritual walk closer. Hear divine, know what he's telling you, know the answers that he's giving you, rather than coming to tarot and me. You can do it yourself. So that's Transformation by Divine. So subscribe here, and then you will be notified when that channel is live with some new videos. All right. I hope you have a great week. Hope you come see the full moon, and don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Bye-bye now.